And one last one real quick here. Texas measles cases are up, and New Mexico now has an outbreak. Here's what you need to know. The measles outbreak in rural West Texas has grown to 58 cases as of Tuesday, and 8 people in the neighboring eastern New Mexico have been diagnosed with the measles. New Mexico Health Department spokesman Robert Knott said Tuesday that the agency hadn't identified any direct contact between the cases in his state and cases in Texas. Measles is a highly contagious disease. Here's what you should know about how to protect yourself against measles, as well as what's happening in Texas and New Mexico. The West Texas cases are concentrated in Gaines County, which has 45 infections. Terry County to the north has 9 confirmed infections, while Lubbock and Lynn counties each have a case each, and Yoakum County has 2. The Texas Department of State Health Services said Monday that 13 people are hospitalized with measles. State health officials say this outbreak is Texas' largest in nearly 30 years. Health Department spokesman Laura Anton said last week that the cases have been concentrated in a close-knit, under-vaccinated Mennonite community, especially among families who attended small private religious schools or are homeschooled. I believe Mennonites are Amish people.
Well, they're saying like this. They're saying there's been, so right now I got an article here. It says there's 58 cases, right? An article I'm reading right now. Mm-hmm. And 4 of the people only 4 of the people have been vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's why people say, hey, I don't vaccinate my kids out. This is why you do it. Like, when's the last time you heard about somebody getting measles? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to let people kill themselves. But now if you got 4 people that have been vaccinated against it, that means whatever measles these people are getting is mutating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you can mutate it. Think about it. It can mutate, and I'm going to just throw this hypothetical out there with COVID. Because think about it. Everybody's getting sick with something. Everyone's been sick with something. You don't know what it is. It doesn't come up as COVID, but it doesn't come up as the flu, but it feels like all of it put together. You know, this is what happens when you have nasty people that don't vaccinate themselves, don't take medication, but they want to come out in public, get everyone else sick. Because that's what it was when people were moving around. And this is sad. This is going to spread more. I mean, they have this. I know they have the measles here, and then they have one. I know in Kentucky they were having something up there, too.
I think it was Kansas. Was
it Kansas?
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what it was either. But yeah, I mean, this is what's been happening, man, is that people are starting to take this whole anti-vaccine thing very seriously. And this is not saying that I'm just for vaccinations. I know they cause
tuberculosis.
I know tuberculosis. Yeah, I know they cause what is it called?
2 dead, dozen sickened so far.
Yeah, it's just it's a sad thing. When you look at like Robert Kennedy, he's the Department of Health minister right now, or whatever the case may be. He came in, told everyone, "Hey, I'm not going to be against vaccines. I'm all for them," because he had a whole anti-vax type of stance. But I know that vaccines sometimes cause autism too. That's a big thing.
It is.
But he came and he said that. But now he's in office, and his first day, he's like, "Hey, I want to go and look at all these vaccines and see from the very beginning what we can use and what we need to get rid of and whatever else." I mean, don't get me wrong. We haven't seen polio in a long time either, and a bunch of other things.
He wanted to come in and change the childhood vaccine schedule.
Yeah.
You know, after promising,
he's looking at,
and then he backed away from it. He's like, "No, I'm gonna leave it alone," because he knows the harm it'll do. They do believe autism is from the vaccines when some kids get them young. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, you should study that. But changing the schedule, you're gonna sicken. You're gonna kill all the kids.
He said something about black people don't need the same schedule as other people because we have a natural immunity, more of a natural immunity because of some study out of Poland. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's dangerous what he's saying. It's not saying that
all right, fuck it. So, the reason black people are kind of such healthy is because the reason America doesn't have a universal health care is because they said they didn't want black people to have it and to stay and to live longer. They thought they'd kill us off. But what it did, it just made us stronger because we had to build stronger immune systems. So now when you come to it, yeah, we don't live till past 60 sometimes, but we live strong. I'm saying we live pretty strong. Think about it. European Americans here in America are sickly people. They're really sickly. There's a lot of medication. That's what you have. We just started having healthcare as black people, having universal. So we have stronger immunity. So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? For us to live, better, healthier lives and be stronger and stuff. But
I get it. I just don't. Yeah. I mean, one of a congresswoman came out.
What?
She just didn't want him spreading that information that way because it would change people's minds about how they vaccinated their kids, and things like this could happen. I mean, right now we have measles spreading in Texas. And what do you think is going to happen when they start talking and he start coming out saying that, oh, these vaccines are bad and X, Y, Z? You're going to start having these spreading in just normal elementary schools across America, infecting people's kids. And next thing you know, you're going to have polio spreading, things that are not naturally problems here in our country.
Texas, they had to shut down a majority of the school districts because they were so sickly over there. Yep. Look, these people are telling you one thing.
I bet you their kids are vaccinated.
You know what's crazy? Someone came out recently. This is kind of off subject, but on subject. They brought up Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, look, nobody ever brings up what Rush Limbaugh said or did or any of that stuff. He was just a grifter that came out, said some wild stuff at times. Whatever. There's nobody. No one he's been dead for 4 years. No one brings him up. They don't ever talk about him in high spirits. There's no statues about him. There's no books written about him. He was just a shock jock. He told you a bunch of bullshit to rile you up. And that's what they've been doing to you. They told you, hey, don't take these vaccines. Don't do this. They did it for money. And now your children are sick. Now your children are going to have brain damage. They're going to have health problems for the rest of their lives because you want to listen to somebody because it suited what you thought was right instead of just going with the status quo of here in America. And I know for me as a Black American, it's hard to go with the status quo because status quo ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? But for you, it's detrimental to your family's future. And that's all I got to say about that.
And with that, we'll leave it here.
Yep. And we'll let you know. And next time we'll see you here on Uncommon Courtesy.